things. But I would also like to have some of our movers and shakers that. Actually, all our students here, I would like you to actually give away the certificates to our students. Please, our Rami, Basiru, all of you folks, come on board. Well, I guess they are. But why don't you?
Young people are pretty slow, you know that. I want to first of all say how much I appreciate. Is it all right if I say Dr. Sapp, because I have a difficult time with the B, Dr. B. Thank you, Dr. Sapp B. For the vision, the idea, and that your determination to make this happen. I thank you very much. It's a wonderful thing to do. I want to say it's very, very difficult to follow Council Member Robert Jackson, because this is the education person in the city of New York, bar none. He's an advocate that is unlike any other advocate that I'm aware of. And he's the only council member who struck out and organized a whole group of people to walk with him, to walk 150 miles to Albany to fight for education funding. So thank you. And I just want to say how I'm so happy to be able to come and witness. It's very difficult when you're reading something, no matter how exciting it sounds on paper. It's not the same as when you see what you're talking about. And looking at the young people here, I can see very, very vividly what your idea is and how much it means. And anybody from Brooklyn here? Any Brooklyn people here? Thank you. Bed-Stuy? Fantastic. Thank you very much. And I guess there are some people from the Bronx? Yes. Oh, wow, Bronx. Okay. We're sorry, but you're welcome to Brooklyn anytime. And what about Manhattan? This is Manhattan. All right, thank you. Queens. Thank you. And who am I leaving out? Staten Island. Staten Island, fantastic. Welcome. Well, I thank you, and I welcome you to NYU. This is my alma mater, but it's a long time ago, so they don't remember me here. But I want to just tell you this. Our role now as elected officials is to make sure that, as Councilmember Jackson has pointed out, and so many people talk about all the time, our role is to try and figure out how to make sure that people like Dr. B who has an idea and a vision to advance young people in our society, to build a new generation, the next generations of leaders in all of the different fields that we have, and those that we don't even know about. But he is still preparing young people to be leaders in those fields as well. It's our responsibility to try to come up with the resources that will help him to realize his goals and his aims, because that's people like Dr. B are the ones who ensure that our society continues to be one of greatness and to be one that produces world leaders. So That's why we are here, and that's why he invites us here. I think that's why you invite us here. And we in the state, I tell you, it's so exciting because what's been happening that I'm witnessing is that you guys, the young people in this room, are really pushing the state and the city. You're pushing the leaders in government and in the private sector, but you're pushing us to do better, to do more and to do better. And so I want to say to you, thank you. I'm really excited about some of the things that are happening, and we in the state have been attempting, and when I say we, I'm using that very loosely, but let me just say, on behalf of our State Commissioner of Education, Dr. John King, and the board, members of the Board of Regents, they have really been putting forward some new ideas and some new some new programs, and they're asking us for funding for those kinds of programs because they too see that we need to have a new way of doing things. It's not just the old high school experience that we had when we were growing up. Even Dr. B maybe had, but you're ahead of him now, and certainly Councilmember Jackson, the wonderful things that he talked about. But you're running faster than we were required to run. So we're trying to catch up with you, and I want you to know, speaking on behalf of the State Ed Department and the state legislature, we're really trying to make sure that we do our part. And now, one of the things that I do want to just mention to you, and this is not for you, but this is something that I'm reminded by your being here that we're doing the right thing. It's the Early Scholars Program. Now, and we have had some funding, but this past year, we passed legislation to make sure that the program continues. Because after all, whatever we do, whatever your needs are, and whatever we want to do for you, it costs money. So when you hear people talk about, I don't want to raise taxes, raise your hands. Let me see. Okay, so that's not enough. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. So we're trying to push our system in a way that provides all of the things that you need to help prepare you for programs like Dr. B's. So that's why I'm so happy to be here to see just what it is I'm working for and working on so hard. And Dr. B, keep coming to Albany, keep pushing us as much as possible. So we want to make sure that young people in our city, in our state, and the other thing is we're pushing for the state university system to do more outreach, because I'm looking at that young man who walked up, didn't have his pants hanging down, none of that. We didn't have any questions about him, who he is, where he's going. The one that he's on his way to Howard Medical School. Give him another hand. And all of these young people, they went to SUNY. SUNY, several of them, they started out. So SUNY is one of the best university systems in the nation, paid for largely by our tax dollars. See, tax dollars, paying taxes is a good thing, young people. It's a good thing. So don't believe the hype that you are not supposed to pay no taxes. Those are people who don't care about you. So I always have to put my little political spin on everything. That's your thought, your political thought for the day. Taxes, paying taxes is a good thing. So we want more and more SUNY outreach into the city so that our young people, one, have more college advisors and guidance counselors more access to SUNY, more access to opportunity programs, and more funding for programs like this and the early college program. So we're trying. We know that we're not doing enough. It's because we don't have enough resources. We need more. But I can tell you, when we have people like Councilmember Jackson in the city and some of us in the state legislature really plugging away to make sure that we have resources for you, it's a little bit better. Not perfect, but I will just say this to you. Thank you for being an example and giving us a reason to fight so hard in the legislatures where we find ourselves. And we promise we will continue to fight for you. I do not shy away from paying my share in terms of my taxes. And when you are ready to come to this side of the table, I'm looking forward to the fact that we will have a generation of leaders in all of the areas, environment, energy, industry, everywhere, medicine, everywhere. We'll have leaders who are so much better than we could ever imagine. Thank you, and
thank you, Senator. That was a wonderful inspiration to have you here. And one of the main reasons why I reach out normally and all of wonderful representation of you having here is leadership. I mean, isn't this excellent leadership?